Hi guys, welcome to my channel. This is Beauty Tarot back at you again with another video. I would like to thank each and every one of you for liking, commenting, subscribing, and donating to my channel. I really do appreciate all the love and all the support. And thank you for those of you who've been booking readings with me. It is truly appreciated, okay? So guys, your girl's Patreon channel is up and running. So if you would like to support your girl, you'll be able to find a link in the description box below. I do post 2 exclusive videos per week, so go check it out if you feel called to. Now, before we dive in, if you've been loving the energy here, I have created a collection of spiritual ebooks and printable workbooks to help you along your journey. From manifestation rituals to love journal prompts, these tools are designed to help you align, heal, and rise. You'll be able to find a link in the description box below or on my Patreon channel under the shop tab. So as you guys can tell by the title of this video, this was going to be about what are people beginning to believe about you. So pile number 1, you're going to be the pig eraser. Pile number 2, you're going to be the bee eraser. And pile number 3, the bunny eraser. Again, pile number 1, pig eraser. Pile number 2, bee eraser. And pile number 3, bunny eraser. So pause this video if you must and meditate on the card or the eraser that you feel most drawn to. You'll be able to find your timestamps in the description box below, and I'll see you guys at your pile. Hi pile 1, welcome to my channel. This is Beauty Tarot back at you again with another video. So my pile number 1, you picked the pig eraser, and this is going to be your reading, okay? So my pile number 1, what are people beginning to believe about you? What are people beginning to believe about you? What are people beginning to believe about you, my pile number 1? What do we have? Ooh, we have justice. You can be a Libra in here. Don't have to be. So people are beginning to believe that you are someone who operates in integrity. You're truthful to your belief systems, okay? And you have like a moral compass. There's certain things that you will never do and you stand by it, you stick by it, okay? You're not the type of individual that is going to literally say something and do something else. There is no hypocrisy with you, okay? Maybe somebody was questioning your character at first, okay? But now they know for a fact that you really are who you say you are. So what are people beginning to believe about you? Wow. Oh my gosh. 9 of Cups. Okay, some people are beginning to believe that you get your wish fulfilled. Like you have some sort of anointment on your life with the 9 of Cups. You always get your heart's desire. This is what I'm getting here. You always get your heart's desire. And you are the blueprint, but you are what people wish to be or wish to date with the 9 of Cups. Okay? They feel like you have like the world is your oyster. Yeah, we have the 4 of Wands. They're beginning to believe that you've created a solid foundation for yourself. Some of them, they feel like you have an amazing life. You live a life of luxury. You didn't have to struggle. Some of you didn't have to struggle, right? Some of you really had a beautiful upbringing, or you've created a beautiful life for yourself. Like maybe you didn't have a good upbringing, but you made it your mission to have a peaceful life, as a successful life in your adulthood. So maybe you were the one like within your community or your friend circle to go to college and graduated from college. You went you started your own business for some of you, or you had your own business plus you were working a 9 to 5. So you were able to create a foundation for yourself. Some of you are private millionaires. I keep getting that energy, private millionaires, like where like your millions are not shown on your clothes. So you might be someone who like you have a very comfortable, peaceful life. Like let's say if you have like a car emergency, okay, where you need emergency repairs, you have the money to do so, like right now, okay? Like you're not worried. You have a good financial cushion. There's something like that that people are starting to believe about you, okay? They could sense that, you have your life, your ish together with the Four of Wands. What are people beginning to believe about you? Ooh, we have the Six of Cups, that you have a heart of gold. You're pure in your intentions. What are people? Yeah, Queen of Cups, emotionally intelligent, sovereign. We have a lot of cups here. Yeah, you're emotionally sovereign. Okay, you're emotionally intelligent. That's what people are starting to believe about you, or beginning to believe, because it's like maybe they witnessed you dealing with a difficult person or difficult situation with grace. I'm getting graceful energy because we have Libra here, so you're graceful with your mannerisms, okay? Very polite. So what are people beginning to believe? We have the Star, that you're one of a kind, because the Star is one of a kind. It's like one of a kind, unique energy. Yeah, like one of one, like only one type of energy with the Star. You're authentic, you're original. Somebody may have tried to bite your style, okay, try to make it seem like it was their own. And people are now know who's the originator because you are original with the Star. So what are people beginning to believe about you? We have the Knight of Wands. So with the Knight of Wands, what I'm getting, like people are beginning to believe that you're someone who is bold. Okay, you took some bold chances in life. You are the captain of your soul. Okay, you are someone who walks to the beat of your own drums. People cannot tell you or dictate your life, okay? Some people, maybe they have thought that you were arrogant, but you're confident. That's what they're starting to believe about you. Like your confidence is like authentic. You're not pretending, you're not putting on a show, you're not performing for validation. What are people beginning to believe? We have the Two of Swords. They're beginning to believe that you do not care about people's opinion of you. Like you really don't care. You generally do not care. Some people may have thought that, their opinions of you actually had an effect, or that it would bother you if they think something negative of you, and you genuinely do not give a ish. Okay, with the Two of Swords, you're indifferent. So, what are people beginning to believe about you? Yeah, King of Swords, that you're a lot smarter, a lot more strategic than people give you credit for with the King of Swords, okay? You are someone who is really good at pattern recognition with the King of Swords. You're very methodical in your approach to everything that you do, like laser focus, okay? This is what I'm getting here. People are beginning to believe, this is what they're beginning to believe about you. Like, you're someone who may have like played the fool, but you're not a fool. You just played the fool. Okay, like you weren't clocking everything. Somebody's kind of shook about what you know, what you were able to observe about them. What are people beginning to believe about you? We have the Five of Cups. Oh, like I feel like there's like a realization that they didn't really know you like that, and there's like an energy of sadness or embarrassment or missed opportunity with you. What are people beginning to believe? Yeah, we have the Magician. You could be Gemini or Virgo, but we have all the air signs, so you could definitely be an air sign or have air in your top three or something. And what I'm getting here with the Magician, or you could have like Gemini or Virgo in your first house or something. But with the Magician, people are beginning to believe that you are multi-talented here. They're starting to see your competence. I feel like you were kind of like cloaking yourself. Like you didn't really showcase all of your talents. You let people believe what they wanted to believe about you at the beginning, but now they're starting to see the reality, the truth about you with the magician. Like you're very skilled and talented, okay? Resourceful. What are people beginning to believe about you? Yeah, there's more to you than meets the eyes. Like I said, some people are finally realizing with the Five of Cups that they didn't really know you like that. Some of them, they're kind of like sad that they didn't get the chance to know you or give you an opportunity to know you. Like, they just put you in a box and believe that you were this specific person, but in actuality you're a lot better than they give you credit for. What people are beginning to believe, we have judgment, that you have discernment. Like I said, with the King of Swords, you're a lot smarter than people give you credit for, and I feel like you are a lot smarter than these people too. That's the thing. Like, they're realizing this. They're beginning to believe that, they got duped in a way, but it's not like you duped them. It's just them with their own perception and their own expectation and interpretations. Okay, their false beliefs. What are people beginning to believe about you? Just one card, please, Spirit. Wow, you have a big heart, my Palawan. You're generous. You're extremely resourceful, but you're generous. You're fair. We have two scales here. We have the scale here, and then we have the scale in the Justice card. You're fair in your dealing. You're honest. You are a woman or a man of your word. That's what people are beginning to believe about you. Like, someone may have tried to tarnish your reputation or like defamation of character, but it's not sticking. The allegations or whatever they're saying about you is not sticking. What are people beginning to believe? Wow, we have the moon card again. Yeah, there's more to you that meets the eyes. Like, you're fascinating. That's what I'm getting here. You're fascinating. You're hypnotic, okay? You are mysterious. That's why they're so drawn to you with the moon card. You could be a Pisces. So, what are people beginning to believe about you? What are people beginning to believe about you? Ooh, wow, Five of Wands. Wow, you are the competition. Like, you were always the blueprint. Somebody was trying to make it seem like you were the one copying them, but they were the one copying you. They were the one trying to be like you, try to outdo you. Like, it was always about you the whole time. This person may have, like, yeah, they underestimated you initially, okay? But now they're starting to see that, they didn't really know you like that. It was like really their own insecurities that they were projecting onto you, their own perception, their own limitation. What are people beginning to believe about you? What are people beginning to believe about you? What are people beginning to believe? Wow, the King of Swords is here twice. Yeah, you're extremely smart, articulate, you're a great communicator. Yeah, like, you're very mentally sharp, you don't miss anything, but you're also unreadable. Like, you're stoic. Yeah, people can't read you. Like, you're so stoic. Some of you might be Asian. I'm getting like Korean, Japanese, Chinese. Yeah, like, you have this stoic look. Maybe your parents, like, maybe your father was in the military or something. Like, you're very disciplined. The King of Swords is extremely disciplined, okay? The King of Swords could represent like a lawyer, it could represent a police officer, a soldier, okay, somebody who is like in the law or defending, but it's like I'm getting like military intelligence, okay, strategic. The military, they have to be strategic, right? They can't just be like all force, but no mental agility. So I'm getting like with the King of Swords, there's something like that. What are people beginning to believe about you? Ooh, we have the Four of Pentacles. You're guarded. You're someone, like, some people may have believed that you were bougie or snob or stuck up, but no, you're just protecting your energy. Okay, you're guarded. You're cautious. What are people beginning to believe about you? Just one card. We have the Seven of Pentacles. Yeah, they're beginning to believe that you are someone who is methodical, somebody who is patient, somebody who is dedicated. Because the Seven of Pentacles is dedication, because you have to wait, right? You have to be dedicated to be patient to your goals, okay? You can't be like impulsive or just too quick to, like, in a rush, too, yeah, like I said, too impulsive to get something done or to have immediate results. You're somebody who's more on the patient side, okay? All right, guys, I'm just gonna grab the card on the floor. And it was the Hangman that fell on the floor. Pisces energy. So what are people beginning to believe? Just one card, please, Spirit. What are people beginning to believe? Wow, we have the Ten of Swords. Ooh. Yeah, like I feel like some people, they may have thought that you were cold or emotionally detached, or like just, yeah, like emotionally detached energy. Sorry guys, my nose is just itchy. So yeah, with the Ten of Swords, with this energy, people are beginning to believe that you're someone who has strong boundaries. Like, you don't play that. You're sincere in your relationships with others. So you take like betrayal to very seriously with the Ten of Swords. You don't play that. Okay? And I feel like this is why we have the Five of Cups. Some people, they kind of regret what they did. They may have thought that they could just do whatever, betray you, and then have access to you. But no, it doesn't. No, it doesn't work like that. Like, you're not a dummy. Okay, you don't just let people back in just because they said sorry. Okay, whoop de doo. Like, what? What are people beginning to believe about you? Wow, we have the Page of Pentacles. Yeah, you're practical. You're grounded, okay, but you're cautious. Yeah, people are beginning to like, some of them, they may have thought that you were stuck up or something, because we have the Four of Pentacles, because you were kind of like closed off, or like you weren't easily accessible. Like, they're starting to believe that the moment that they betray you, like, the access is denied forever. Some of them, they're used to doing these things to people, where people take them back, but you're not the one. Okay, we have the King of Cups. You're emotionally intelligent. Okay, you're book smart and you're street smart. We have the King of Swords and the King of Cups. Okay, so what are people beginning to believe? We have the Eight of Swords. They're beginning to believe that you are an individual that goes through certain things in life, but you are someone who could withstand the storm. Okay, like, even if you go through some sort of like obstacle or challenge, it's like you always land on your feet. I keep getting like, you always land on your feet. There is favor over your life. So what are people beginning to believe about? Wow, you have amazing work ethics. You're a dedicated individual. Some of them, they see you as a perfectionist with the Eight of Pentacles. What are people beginning to believe about you? What are people beginning to believe about you? Woo! What? Self-made. Didn't I say at the beginning that you live a life of luxury, or like life is good to you, even if you grew up in, like, unfavorable circumstances, you still made something out of yourself. Okay, like, you're thriving. That's what I'm getting here. People are starting to believe that about you. Like, you're thriving out of your own merit. Like, you work for that life. Okay, you put in the effort, the necessary effort, to have like the lifestyle that you have today. Like, you are the one who's doing all the maintenance. Like, no one is like doing it for you. So let's say, for instance, you're someone who just bought, like, I don't know, I'm getting a G Wagon, or like you just bought like a Mercedes Benz or something like that, like, brand new Mercedes Benz. But you've been saving for that car. Like, you've been putting in the work to get that car. Like, nobody bought that car for you. But some people may have initially thought that, maybe because you're beautiful, you're attractive, somebody, gifted you the car. Oh, like, your car payment must be high. Like, people running their mouth, right? But now they're starting to see with the Nine of Pentacles that you could afford that lifestyle. That lifestyle. That's really who you are. You're not pretending. It's not a gimmick. It's not a front. Okay. So that's all I have for you, my pal number one. I hope this reading resonated. If it did, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. And I hope to see you in my next video, pal number one. Bye. Hi, Beltu! Welcome to my channel. This is Talbity Tarot back at you again with another video. So, my pile number 2, you picked the B eraser, and this is going to be your reading, okay? So, my pile number 2, what are people beginning to believe about you? What are people beginning to believe about you? So, what do we have here for you, my pile number 2? We have the Queen of Pentacles. Okay, yes. Yes, you're that girl, you're that guy, you're self sufficient, you're extremely independent, and you're extremely competent. You get things done, okay? You're practical in everything that you do. You are someone who is, dependable, reliable, trustworthy. And that's what people are beginning to believe about you. Like you are someone that they can lean on. So this could be in the workplace, maybe your co-workers, your managers are starting to believe that they can entrust you with more responsibilities because you're going to get it done. You are someone who has the capability of like bringing forth positive results. Okay, this is what I'm getting here, positive results. Okay, so what are people beginning to believe about you? What are people beginning to believe about what? King and Queen of Pentacles. That's what's up. Okay. That's what's up. What people are beginning to believe about you is that you are someone who is like reliable, but not only reliable, but they're beginning to believe that you are wifey or husband material. Or some of you could be married already because we have the King and the Queen of Pentacles. This is like a couple. Some people are beginning to believe that you are someone who has the capability of running a business, a successful business that will thrive. You might be next in line for a promotion. Okay, so what are people beginning to? Oh, we have the Lovers. Oh, this could be love. Because you may have, if you're dating someone right now, this person wants to make it like official. Like, they want this to be exclusive, like you guys are exclusively dating each other. They're gonna make it known. Okay, but people are starting to believe that you are someone who has high value. Okay, like you think highly of yourself, you operate with integrity, you operate in alignment with your desires. Okay, with the Lovers, you make right choices for yourself. So I feel like the choices that you've made throughout your life are starting to bear fruit. Okay, and people are starting to see the fruit of your labor throughout your life with the Queen and the King of Pentacles. Okay, some of you may have made a really great choice with a partner, okay, with a lover, with a husband, wife. Okay, you and your husband, maybe people were against your marriage, maybe it's like an interracial marriage, maybe your family or this person's family didn't want you guys to be together, but you're proving them wrong. Okay, so what are people beginning to believe? We have the High Priestess, Cancer. And if you are a Cancer and it's your birthday today, happy birthday. Okay, so with the Cancer, with High Priestess energy, people are starting to believe that you are a witch. Okay, or you are a seer. You have spiritual gifts. Okay, you're tapped in. They're starting to believe that you have this inner knowing, you know too much. Somebody's kind of scared of your spiritual gifts because they feel like you know too much, you see too much, you sense too much. It's like they can't pull the wool over your eyes. And not only that, you are in alignment with yourself, with your higher self, with the Lovers. So you listen to your intuition. You're not somebody who could be fooled. So this is what they're starting to believe about you. Some of you, this person may have been like clocking you for a long time. Maybe if you are a tarot reader, this is somebody that has been watching or following your channel for a long time, and you may have called out something that was happening in their life in your reading. So let's say if you are a YouTuber as well and you do readings on YouTube, maybe one of your videos spoke to this person deeply and they got spooked because it's like a revelation for them. It's confirmation that your gifts are real. because you wouldn't be able to tap into that energy if you didn't really have the gift. So somebody's really realizing this about you. What are people starting beginning to? Ooh, we have the Five of Swords. Ooh, somebody's triggered. Ooh, somebody wants to beef. Somebody wants to cuss you out. The Five of Swords is like cuss out energy. It's like, because the fives is like conflict energy, right? And swords is communication. So that means somebody wants to cuss you out, want to say something to you, want to, want to hit below the belt. What people are, what they're trying to believe about you is that you are someone who could stand your ground. Like, you're not gonna like lower your standards to meet this person where they're at. You're gonna, rise to the occasion. However, if you have to get grungy with the Five of Swords, they're gonna F around and find out. You can get grungy if you want to. You just choose not to. Okay, that's somebody. Somebody have to around and find out real quick. Okay, they thought you were gonna like roll over and let them stomp all over you, walk all over you like a mat. They effed around and find out with the Five of Swords. Okay, you got it in you. Yeah, we have the Two of Wands. They're starting to believe that you are someone who's a visionary. You're a pioneer. You're someone who thinks globally. You think big. You could be a Sagittarius here. What are people beginning to believe about you? Wow, we have the Death card, Scorpio energy. You're transformative, you're resilient, you're mystical, you're magical, you are alluring. You have some people that are interested in you romantically, my pal number two. You think that you're sexy here with the Death card, okay? You have this magnetism about you. You have this allure. Like, some people, they may be intimidated by your stare. Maybe you have an intensive, like you have this intensity about you when you stare at people. Like, you could see, their soul, and they don't like that. Okay, with the Death card. So what are people are? We have the Page of Swords. Yeah, you've been clocking people. You're extremely observant. You're a lot smarter than they give you credit for. Yeah, I feel like you may not be the type of person that talks a lot. You just watch a lot. You're paying attention. You listen more than you talk. What are people beginning to believe? Ooh, we have the Empress. With the Empress energy, you are abundant. You're creative. Okay, you have like, you could definitely be aesthetically pleasing to the eyes. You have a really nice body, whether you're a woman or a man. Whether you are big or small, you have, like, I feel like you might be the beauty standard in your where you are. Like, you definitely have pretty privilege with the Empress. You do. Whether you know it or not, whether you exercise that privilege or not, you have it. Okay. And if you have that privilege, you better exercise your right. Okay. This is your currency. Use it. Okay. There's a reason why they charge models, supermodels, a lot of money, right? They get paid a lot of money. There's a reason for that. Okay, models get paid a lot of money. Like, if you are that, top model, Naomi Campbell type of energy, you could charge because it's currency. Okay. So what are people beginning to believe? Wow, we have the Queen of Swords. Woo! You are smart, you are sharp, agile, okay? Pattern recognition, just like the King of Swords. People cannot pull the wool over your eyes, okay? People cannot fool you with their nonsense, with their shenanigans, with their words. You see everything. You're mentally sharp. This is why somebody may have tried to test you initially, because you're quiet. That's the thing. They may have thought that you were quiet, like the one that is introverted, and like you don't really talk much. Like, you're more to yourself. You seem to be in your bubble. So they think that because you're in your bubble, you are naive. But they F around and find out real quick with the Queen of Swords. Like, you were not the one. What are people beginning to believe? They may believe that you're a bitch. Approach with caution, as they should. Like, what are people beginning to believe? Ooh, we have Leo. Okay, maybe your birthday's coming up soon. Maybe you could be a Leo, Cancer cusper, Cancer Gemini cusper, or a Gemini Taurus cusper. Okay, but with the Sun card, people are beginning to believe that you are someone who is destined for success. You have presence. You have a strong presence, a strong magnetic presence. Some of you could also be Libra, Scorpio cuspers as well. What are people beginning to believe? Ooh, we have the Fool card. You are someone who walks to the beat of your own drums. Some people may have thought in the past that you were lost, or you were just like drifting through life with no direction. But no, you walk to the beat of your own drums. You trust your intuition. You walk by faith and not by sight. These people, they walk by sight and not by faith. So they're more like, they like to control every little aspect of their life, while you, yes, you control, your time, your energy, where your attention goes, but you know that there's a higher power at B that is, having the final say in your life, right? So you're not going to just be like stubborn and trying to do it your way. You trust your inner guidance with the Fool card. So what are people beginning to believe? What are people beginning to believe about you? What are people beginning to believe? Ooh, bounce! We have the Emperor and the Empress, Queen of Pentacles, King of Pentacles. You're a natural born leader for sure, because we have 3 cardinal signs here. 1 mutable sign, 2, 3 fixed signs. Okay, like you might have like your top 3 could be like cardinal, fixed, and then mutable. Okay, that could be like your top 3. But you're a natural born leader, you're a self-starter, you initiate things, okay? And you walk, like I said, to the beat of your own drums with the Fool card. People cannot dictate, cannot tell you what to do. You know where you're going in life. What are people beginning to believe? We have the Ace of Wands. Yeah, you're passionate, you're creative, you have drive, okay? You're extreme. Ooh, we have the Seven of Swords. You're strategic. You move in silence. Yeah, that's why some of them, they may have thought that you were drifting in life, right? Because they couldn't see the results of like the fruits of your labor, because it wasn't visible to them. But you did that on purpose, though, with the Seven of Swords. It was on purpose, because what the enemy doesn't know, they cannot destroy, right? So if they don't know your plans, they can't destroy your plans. So if they think that you're drifting or you're not doing much, they're gonna let you be. But they only get to see the final result with the Queen of Pentacles. So it's only when it's done, when it's solidified, that's when they get to see it. That's when they get to witness it. What are people beginning to believe? We have the Six of Swords. Yeah, like you are someone who is keep moving forward in life. Like I said, they may have thought you were drifting with the Fool card, or like you were impulsive, or you were doing things without thinking. But no, you were always a strategist with the Seven of Swords. What are people beginning to believe? Oh, we have the Three of Cups. They're beginning to believe that you're someone who has a very active social life, but you're very private about your social life. Maybe you only have 2 friends. Okay, and that's enough, to be honest. Having a lot of friends, that's when you have like more people in your life, more people in your business, more like personalities that you have to deal with or manage, or you don't have to like with their BS. Not everybody's like healed or evolved, so it's like a lot of drama. But I feel like with the Three of Cups, what people are starting to believe is that you have a healthy social life. You are someone who also could enjoy your own company. You're happy on your own as well with the Three of Cups. You're content with your life. What are people? Yeah, we have the Six of Cups. Beautiful energy. You have a heart of gold, okay? That's why you're protecting of it. We have the Devil, Capricorn energy. We have all the cardinal signs here. Ooh, you're powerful for sure with the Devil. Okay? People are starting to believe that you are someone who is extremely hardworking, because we have Capricorn energy. Capricorn is the CEO of the zodiac, okay? CEO. The sign, not necessarily that if you, we all have Capricorn in our chart. Like it's depending on where it falls in your houses, right? But like people that have strong Saturn or Capricorn placements, like if they really tapped into that energy, they're likely to be extremely wealthy, like financially stable, like big daddy energy. Okay, like this is what I'm getting here. Like I don't know why I keep getting like Italian daddy that spoil his daughter. I don't know why I keep getting that, but this is the energy I'm getting with the Devil. Oh my god, that's very like sensitive about his kids. Like if you say something like sly about his daughter or his son, like he's ready to you know, I'm not gonna say the word, but like whack you. It's ready to do that. What are people beginning to believe about you? Oh gosh, we have the Seven of Pentacles. Yeah, like you're someone who's dedicated, somebody who's patient, somebody who's going to invest in your growth, in your success, in your abundance, okay? What are people starting to believe? What are people beginning to believe about you? What are people beginning to believe? We have the Eight of Swords. So there is a progression here. We have the Five, Six, Seven, Eight of Swords. Okay, progression. So people are beginning to believe that you are someone who handles pressure very well. Okay, maybe they've seen you in a tough situation. It could have been like, I don't know why I heard a tough negotiation. Some of you maybe in sales or um business acquisition, like you have a very high position maybe in your organization where it's like you may be like an account executive or something like that, where it's like, you know, the stakes are high, or senior account executive, or you have numbers, you have a quota and it's extensive, but people are starting to believe that you're someone who can handle it very well. We have the Five of Cups. There could have been like some sort of disappointment. Yeah, like you handle things or rejection or disappointment very well. I'm getting. What are people are beginning to believe about you? Just one card, please, Spirit. What are people beginning to believe? Four of Swords. Wow, we have 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Progression. Yeah, you're someone who has the ability to put things to rest. You're calm, cool, and like I keep getting like you're calm, cool, and collected under pressure, and it's like you have good nervous system regulation. Like you know how to do that. So you may have like a trick or two that you utilize whenever you're in a tough business deal. You're really good at it. I'm getting like you're amazing. Even your manager's impressed. What are people beginning to believe? Wow, you're definitely a go-getter. You take charge, you're bold, you take initiative with the Eight of Wands. You're someone who gets things done, okay? You take action. Ooh, Ten of Pentacles. People are beginning to believe that. I'm telling you. Didn't know we have Capricorn, we have the devil, we have all the cardinal signs here. Cardinal energy, they're natural born leaders. They get things done. Okay, regardless of this, the like the cardinal sign, they get things done. Like when they put their mind to something, they, you know, put all of their energy, they get ish done. Okay, people are starting to believe that you are someone who is going to create abundance, sustainable abundance for yourself, a legacy building. Like they could see it. They definitely see this, the Ten of Pentacles, in you. Okay, so that's all I have for you, my pal number two. I hope this reading resonated. If it did, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. And I hope to see you in my next video, pal number two. Bye. Hi, pal three. Welcome to my channel. This is Talbity Tarot by Kachu again with another video. So, my pal number three, you picked the bunny eraser. And this is going to be your reading, okay? So, my pal number three, what are people beginning to believe about you? What are people beginning to believe about you? I feel like we have the Page of Cups. I'm getting like quiet energy, pensive, vulnerable, sensitive, intuitive. Like you're definitely in touch with your spiritual self, your spiritual side with the Page of Cups. You're sincere. Maybe you just met a group of people, or you're part of a new network or something like that, or maybe you're starting to go out more, you're networking, you might be like there is some sort of new beginning for you. What are people beginning to believe about you? We have the Two of Swords. Ooh, I'm getting like fearless. Like, I don't know why I'm getting that with the Two of Swords. Like, you're fearless. Like you feel the fear, but you do it anyway. Like that's what I'm getting here with the Two of Swords. You're bold. You're venturing into uncharted territories on your own, and you're making waves, okay? So what are people beginning to, yeah, we have Temperance card, Sagittarius energy. You're calm, cool, and collected under pressure. You have this anointment on your life. You are someone who's adventurous, because Sagittarius is love to go on long distance traveling, okay? They're the traveler, the sage of the zodiac, the philosopher of the zodiac. Okay, that's Sagittarius for you, higher learning. So you are someone, people are starting to believe that you are a seer for some of you with the Temperance card, that you have this anointment, this level of spiritual gifts within your life. Okay, so what are people big? Ooh, we have Justice. People are beginning to believe that you're someone who is fair in your dealings. Okay, you are extremely diplomatic. Okay, you are someone who knows how to handle yourself in challenging situation and do so gracefully with the Justice card. And some people, they are impressed with the way that you navigate the world. Some of you could be negotiators. Okay, maybe some of you work for the government, like you have a high ranking position with the Justice card in the government for some of you. Okay, and some people could be jealous of that with the Temperance card. They kind of feel like it landed on your lap, like you got lucky, but it's not true. You didn't get lucky, you are just blessed. Is part of your destiny. Like you're meant to be in this high ranking government position because you are meant to make changes, initiate changes. You're meant to be there. Okay, this is what I'm getting here. And some people are starting to believe that you have like this anointment that you have on your life, like you were meant to be in that position. Like it was like they are starting to believe that it was destined for you to be there. Like as if the position had your name written on it because you fit like a glove, like in the position. It's like whatever it is that you're doing, it's a high ranking position. It's heavy. There's a lot of mental, like, you might be in a male dominant space. If you are like a woman, you might be in a male dominant space, and they may be, testing you. You know how men are, like, they whether it's men and women, like they like to test other people, especially in the high ranking position, to see if you could hang. I feel like you not only can you hang, like, you're the one who should be like teaching the lessons, because like you're so good at it, like you're amazing. What are people starting to believe about you? Just one card, please, Spirit. What are people starting to believe? Just one card, please. We have the Nine of Wands. Yeah, like you're someone who is mentally tough, physically tough, okay, strong, with the Nine of Wands, because the Nine of Wands is the wounded warrior, but he's still a warrior. Even if he's wounded, he's still a warrior. He's still like, he has the stamina, he has that drive, okay? He doesn't give up. Woo! Bounce! Didn't I say? That's what I'm saying. Like you're in a high ranking position, especially with Justice here as well. This is giving me like I'm getting like government official, government like position, or this is where you are headed if you're not there yet. People are starting to see this. They're starting to believe what they're believing about you is that you have amazing leadership qualities. Even if you are not a leader, like let's say if you're not a leader yet, but you are, I can get it like, I don't want to say it because I'm just like, you don't know who's listening, right? So I don't want to say something and next thing you know, like, anyways, a high level ranking government official. Let me just leave it like that. So with the Emperor, you have amazing, those leadership skills is gonna get you there in that position if you are not there yet. So you may have like an intern position within an government organization that has high, like it's a high ranking. It's not like just, because there's different levels, right? It's a hierarchy. It's not like a low ranking position. I'm getting high with the Justice and the Emperor. What are people beginning to believe about you? What are people beginning to believe about you? Ooh, you're extremely confident. I'm getting you. Like, you're worth the investment. I feel like maybe there's somebody with the Emperor. There could be somebody in a higher position than you that is watching you, that they're clocking you, and they kind of feel like you might be ready for this new beginning with the Ace of Pentacles, but you're extremely competent. That's what people are starting to believe about you. Like you have a lot more to offer. Like your market value, okay, the value, your skill sets, the market value that you have is higher than what you're currently being paid. That's what people are starting to believe about you. Like you have a lot more. You are worth investing in. You're worth developing as an individual, okay? So you may be soon, maybe your organization is going to put you in an extensive training program with the Ace of Pentacles. So what are people beginning to believe? Yes, okay, Cancer energy. So if you are a Cancer and it's your birthday today, happy birthday, okay? So with the Chariot, yeah, structured and disciplined. Yeah, I feel like you're getting an opportunity, my pal number 3. And it's like not only are the people in your workplace are seeing this, it's also people within your community. They're seeing this. That's what they're starting to believe about you. I feel like, you were in the Page of Cups energy for a while, like, just a novelist, still learning, a little bit more sensitive, a little more shy, like you're not really stepping into your power. But I feel like you something switched, and then now you're stepping full speed ahead in your power. You're taking your space in the world, and people are starting to see those skill sets, okay? Structured, discipline, strong will, determined, okay? So what are people? Yeah, like you're visionary. They're starting to see this, like the Two of Wands, like how you think, how you propose, like how you compose your ideas, how you like express yourself, how you communicate, how you articulate those ideas. It's like it's ahead of your time. You're definitely ahead of your time. What are people beginning to believe? We have the Ten of Cups. There is a sense of familiarity with you. You're starting to believe that you're someone that they could trust. Okay, with the Ten of Cups, there's some sort of emotional bond. What are people beginning to believe about you? We have the Five of Cups. Ooh, they could believe that you've been betrayed before, but you're still pure. There's still purity in your heart. We have the Strength card. Wow, yeah, you're powerful. You're influential. You have a resilient, powerful spirit with the Strength card. People are starting to believe, what they're beginning to believe about you as well, is like you have this lion within you. You have this fire within you that has not been fully tapped in. Like you're still on the surface, and some people are like, wow, if they could do this right now, imagine if they go full speed ahead, like when they tap fully into that, that lion within them, that dragon within them, how much they could accomplish. That's what people are starting to believe about you. Like that, what you're showcasing right now is just the surface level. There's more to you. There's a lot of depth to you. Okay, so what are people starting to believe? What are people starting to believe? Ooh, we have the Lovers. Your values are in alignment. Some of you could be Leo, Cancer cusper, or Cancer, Gemini cusper. Your values are in alignment with the Lovers card. Like, yeah, you're definitely in alignment with your organization, but you're also someone who stay true to yourself. Okay, what are people beginning to believe? We have the Eight of Cups. They're beginning to believe that you're someone who will walk away from certain things that are not in alignment with you. If it's not in alignment, because we have the Lovers here, if it's not in alignment, you're going to step away. You're going to drop it like a bad habit. Somebody may have seen you, and maybe that's why we have the Five of Cups. They may have tested that, and they thought that you were going to fold on the pressure, but you didn't. What are people beginning to believe? Wow, Five of Cups. Yo, somebody may have learned this the hard way. Mm-mm. Somebody must have learned this the hard way, that you're not the one, that you will drop them like a bad habit. You will leave them behind. You will forfeit. They will forfeit their like access to you if they behave the way that they behave, if they don't treat you the way that you expect to be treated. Because with the Page of Cups, I feel like they think that, oh, because you're sensitive or you're emotional, That's how they want to put it, right? You're emotional, you have vulnerabilities that they could walk all over you, or they could talk to you crazy or do whatever they want, and then you're not going to step into the emperor, like you don't have the emperor in you. Somebody messed around and find out that is not the case. Okay, so what are people beginning to believe? We have, yeah, you're going to put something to rest, and once you do, there's no turning back. You're not coming back. Somebody's effed around and find out that you are going to walk away, that you're serious. They didn't think that. They thought you were joking with the Page of Cups. They thought that they could, you're malleable, you're easily influenced, or like they could do or say whatever they want, and then you will be forgiving with the Page of Cups. That you'll be, you'll forgive them. That you have like a soft spot for them. They, after all, I find out. What are people beginning to believe about you? Wow, five of you have it in you. Okay, you're feisty when you want to be. Okay, when it they need to know. Five of wands, like you have, like you will have pushback. Okay, like you will push back on certain things that you feel like are not in alignment with you, with the lovers. Like you're not afraid of pushing back, you're not afraid of standing your ground, and you're not afraid of change. Like if you have to pivot, you are going to pivot. Okay, what are people beginning to believe about you? Yeah, we have the Knight of Cups. Very charming energy. You're influential. You do have like you have finesse. You know how to finesse people with your charm, with your wit. Okay, what are people beginning to believe? Ooh, we have the Four of Pentacles. Okay, they're beginning to believe that you are someone who is extremely cautious about who you hang around with. You are very protective of your energy. It's not that you're a snob, because some people may have thought that you were a snob, or that you were arrogant, or you were bougie with the Four of Pentacles, that you didn't want to hang around with them. But it's not even that. It's like you're very sensitive to your environment, to the energies around you, that you cannot just let anybody in your, like, around you, like especially if the person doesn't really like you like that. It's like, okay, well, if you don't like me, why are you here? It's like, why are you in my energy? Why are you around me if you don't like me? You know what I mean? Like, so I feel like you're the type of person, like you're genuine, like you only hang around people that you feel like a good rapport with, like you feel close with, you feel like a bond with. Ten of Cups, if it's not a genuine bond, you don't want it. What are people beginning to believe about you? What are people beginning to believe? Just one card. Wow, we have the Chariot, and I think that's the second time, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, you're structured, you're disciplined, strong-willed, okay, determined, focused. You're a go-getter. That's what people are starting to believe about you. I feel like what throws them off is the Page of Cups. You may come off as Page of Cups very sensitive, very sweet in nature. Maybe you're a Cancer sun, so maybe like people do see, like, because we have Cancer here, right? So they may think that your softness is a weakness, but it's your strength. Okay, so they may think that, you're not gonna bite back if they try to bite you. They think that you're gonna be like, oh, don't touch me, oh, please don't. It's like, no, Five of Wands, you're gonna throw hands if they try to bite you. Okay, like, no. Hey, Mike Tyson, he's a Cancer. Don't F around. When he talks, he talks all sweet and, stuff, but yo, that hook, hey, in his prime, you don't want to mess with him. What are people what are people beginning to believe about you? What are people beginning to believe about you? We have the Four of Swords. Yeah, like you're someone, yeah, like you walk away from things, people, places that are not in alignment with you. You're not afraid to walk away. Okay, and you're not the type of person that hold grudges as well. You just, like, you let bygones be bygones, but once it's done, it's done. There's no coming back. What are people beginning? Yeah, your reputation definitely precedes you with the Three of Pentacles. You're someone who produces quality results, because we have the Ace of Pentacles here. Okay, this is like maybe your work related as well, because I kept getting work. People in your workplace, they're starting to form an opinion of you, and it's a positive one. You do have some people in your workplace that may have tried to test you initially, or try to test your boundaries, because they were like kind of like intimidated by you, or they may have thought that you were soft. So they've learned the hard way that, yo, just because you look soft doesn't mean that you won't bite back. Okay, so what are people beginning to believe about you? It's like, those little dogs, right? So let's say you have a little dog that's like barking, whatever. But like, you know, it's a dog still. Like, even though it's small, it's still a dog. So if it bites you, it's gonna hurt. Like, what? Do you think just because it's small that it can't like attack you? Like, what? Like, they think it's the size that matters. But like, yeah, sometimes you might see the little dog barking and then the big dog is scared. Like, you know, so it's not really about size. So we have the Six of Cups. You're someone who is genuine. Like I said, if it's not a genuine connection, a heartfelt connection, you're not going to, like, you're not going to entertain it. Like, it's just for you, it's just like, ugh, why am I going to waste my time, my energy on something that is not even real? You know what I mean? Like, you're real. That's what I'm getting here. And people are starting to believe that. Like maybe you may have said something and somebody may have laughed it off or dismissed you, thinking that you're just running your mouth, you're not going to do ish, and you actually showed them with your action that you're about business. And now they're like, oh, like, you know, they're trying to, you know, they're trying to backtrack on what they said, but it's too late. What are people beginning to believe about you? What are people beginning to, we have the Lovers again. Yeah, your values are in alignment. We have Gemini and we have Cancer. So you could be a Gemini Cancer cusper, don't have to be, or you could just be like one or the other, or like you have those in your top three. Okay, but yeah, your values are in alignment. What are people beginning to believe about you? Yes, you are true to yourself, the Hierophant. You could be a Taurus Gemini cusper or Taurus Aries cusper. Yeah, like you are a guru, you are a wise one, you are extremely knowledgeable. People are starting to believe that about you. Like, you know what you're talking about, you know what you're doing, you have experience, you have expertise, you're extremely knowledgeable, you're a scribe. Like, you're someone who has, not only do you have the knowledge, but you also have the capability to apply this knowledge and create something out of nothing, because we have the alchemist energy here with Sagittarius. Okay, so people better put some respect on your name, my pal number three. Okay, so that's all I have for you, my pal number three. I hope this reading resonated. If it did, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. And I hope to see you in my next video, pal number three. Bye.